to like this then. I'm experimenting more with light sources recently. When I draw, it's more like I draw based off of reference photos. I find it, at least for me, harder to draw from memory, but I want to get better at that because I think it's so cool that people are able to do that. So, light sources is obviously like one of the things that's harder for me because I never like just studied, I guess you could say, this in general. But I believe if the light source is coming from behind her, the edges would be brighter. That's probably right. I think. Not sure. I'm learning. I think I started with the wrong color. This is what happens when you don't swatch. That tan did not look that dark though. I don't know if there's a way for me to fix that. It's okay. We'll just go with it. I could probably just... I don't know, that's kind of a bummer. The highlight ended up being way too dark. I could probably fix it with a gel pen, but I'm not sure. Because I didn't want to use darker colors, because I wanted her hair to be a bright orange. So I'll probably just try to fix it another way. Right, we can do shadows at least, probably like this. That's where the highlight is gonna be. Shade all this in back here. Alright. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Kinda wanna add a little bit. This This is apparently the next darkest. I don't know if it's gonna be too dark. I kind of want to darken up some spots. I'm used, excuse me, I'm used to coloring with colored pencil. So whenever I make a mistake, I was able to just go over top of it easier. But with markers, you can't. Maybe you can. I just don't know how, but I can't really cover that up. There might be a way, I just don't know how. It's okay. Okay. And then I'll try to fix. Get the marker in. Maybe I'll try to fix the highlight with a gel pen. Sorry if my hand is in the way. I'm trying to keep it out of the way so you can see. In the last video, I noticed that my hand got in the way a lot, but if the light source is off and is really bugging you, I apologize. I have to study it more. How's that? I think that looks good. Alright. I looked at that for a second and I thought it was a crowbar and I got very confused. Okay. I think, should I give her green skin? No, I think I want to make her have a very pale complexion. I think this is my lightest pale that I have. So I'm gonna go with this along the edges of her face. Her skin. I can't tell if this is really pale. This is kind of darker than I had expected it to be. So maybe I just make this her skin tone. Because if this is the lightest, it's gonna get dark really fast. And I wanted her to be very pale. So maybe we can just do the highlight with the gel pen again. It's okay. We'll make it work. Do you think she's wearing tights, or do you think it's her skin? I'm gonna say it's her skin. I feel like I keep wanting to revert back to whispering. I can't tell if I'm too loud. But I think it's okay. I'm sure it sounds fine. Alrighty. Then let's try this one. It's kind of rosy. No, it's not. It's okay. it's not too dark. I can't really tell how dark it is. It always dries. Dries different. Should we do black with essence of purple or purple with essence of black? Maybe. I think we do purple, and if we don't like it, we can always go back over it with black. Okay. So to start, I think I'm gonna go with this. Let's do her half first. And the underside of the hat will be different. Okay, that's gonna be the highlight. Then maybe this one. I think we can actually go a little darker than that. Maybe this one. Oh yeah, that's good. It's almost looking navy instead of purple. Kind of wanted like a rich royal purple. Is that a color? I know royal blue is a color. Whatever the royal blue of purple would be, that's kind of what I was going for. Oh, that's the leaf. Almost colored that in, which wouldn't really be a big deal because this is a dark color, so you can't really see the lines, but still don't want to do that. Okay. If I go one darker, I could probably, I don't know, this is kind of like blue-ish purple, but maybe it'll take it in the direction that I want it to go. If not, it's okay. Doing these coloring videos, I thought I would hate stepping out of my comfort zone and letting it take me wherever it wants to go. Like if it doesn't turn out exactly to be the color I wanted, I'd have to learn to be okay with it. And I'm kind of really enjoying it, actually. I'm getting results that I normally wouldn't do. And you know, it's good to step out of your box. Experiment. Not everything needs to match. Okay, let's see. I think I want to make the dress match. However, kind of want the details to be lighter, almost like lacy. So I'm gonna color these the light purple, and then I'm not gonna touch them to the end, so I can make sure that they stay lighter compared to the rest. don't know if I mentioned where I got these pictures from. I'm pretty sure you can actually find these on multiple coloring apps. I'll have to look at the name of the app that I got them from, but I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. I'm sure some of you can, but when I like use coloring apps, sometimes I get a little frustrated with them because they'll color something that I don't want to be that color. And you just have to go with it because it's an app. You can't just pick the color. And it frustrates me because then it doesn't turn out how I want it to. And then a color that looks like it'd be so fun to color is now just like ruined. So I picked out a bunch that I really wanted to color and I printed them, and now I'm gonna color them my way because that's more satisfying. Some of the pictures that were on the app, I can't tell. For a while, I thought they were like AI generated because they come out with so many new ones every day. And some of the pictures had elements in them that didn't make sense really. And then also, the backgrounds were very generic. Like in the last picture that I colored of the gnome, it had mountains and clouds and just like generic trees in the background. And I was finding that a lot of the pictures had very similar backgrounds. But then I was like, well, that could just be like a template or just like okay, I designed the main feature, let's just quick throw in a background, and they're simple and they look good every time. So, I don't know, for a while I thought it was AI because like, how do you come up with so many different pictures to draw? Or like some of them were very creative, like how do you even think of that? But then I was like, I don't even know what AI tool they would use because they all still look good, and for the most part all the pictures make sense and they all have a similar style of drawing. So I was like, I don't even know, maybe they're not AI because I don't even know what AI they would use and keep them so consistent. I don't know. If it's not AI, that's impressive because they come out with a lot. However, that also gave me, if any of you take this idea, I'll be mad. I'm kidding, I won't. You can do whatever you want. That gave me the idea of letting AI design coloring pages for me. And I gave it a whirl, and I came up with some pretty interesting pages, so I feel like that'd be a good video idea. So I might try that someday. Hope you guys don't mind me rambling at you. In a slight chatty mood. Alright, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go back to this color for down here, because it's like the underside of the lace. But then over here, I think I'm gonna make it black. Since the dress is already so dark, and it'd be darker on the inside, it's probably just gonna look black. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this. Oh, that's really dark. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna take that one. Maybe I'm gonna take this one and give it a little bit of shadow or shading. That looks good. I'll go with that. Choker here. And then go back in with some highlight. I can't tell if there's ink coming out. There we go. that maybe. And then I could take black and just really darken up some of the underside. I don't know how good my camera is at differentiating colors. Hope you guys can see it just fine. Oh, I forgot our shoes. Okay, let's go back in with the highlight. And then the main color. There is a fire right next to it. So that's also a light source. And then probably just take the black since the details are tiny. And then again, take my highlighter color. Get these spots here that I missed. Perfect. Which didn't matter too much, I suppose, since I'm gonna the gel is kind of covering most of it, but it's okay. I need to know how people keep their pens working so well. I feel like mine just dies every 2 seconds. It just doesn't want to work. Look at my hand now. It's for me trying to get it to work. Okay. Now, I think we did this. Let's do the skull first, because that just needs some shading. Excuse my hair. And then just slightly darker for the crevices of the skull. And then I'll probably just do black for it in here. And then a pumpkin. Probably we'll just do classic orange. Darken it up a little bit. Maybe I can't really tell if this is. There we go. Now it's getting darker. Awesome. Probably will just stick with that because it's too, or It's really small, so I don't want to make it look like a blob. So I want you to be able to tell what it is. Still be able to see some shading. Just color this single color. Again, since it's so tiny. And then for the roses, I'll probably just do a classic rose. Take pink for highlight. That's really light, but it'll be okay. And then take, this looks like a classic red. Like this looks like what I would think of when I think red. So we'll go with this. Try not to overpower the highlight. I think that looks good. A little bit more. That looks good. Yeah, any more in the highlight will essentially just disappear, so I'll probably just stick with that. Then I think I might have room to add a little more depth. At least over here on this side of the rose. I think that's good. Yeah, it's probably good. And I'll just darken up like the center of that one. Alright. I think I want to do a bright but dark leaf. So we'll do this here. And then maybe I jump ahead 2 shades darker. Oh wait, no. I used this one. So maybe I used this green. I don't know if this is gonna be the same vibe, but we're gonna go with it. It's okay. I like it. It's pretty good. That's good. We'll go with that. And then some highlight back in here so it's not too dark. That's good. Okay, I like that. I like how that's turned out. Oh, bumped the camera. There we go. Maybe we do the barrel that she's sitting on. Let's go with this. For the highlight. There's fire here. It's gonna be a highlight. The next one, the cap looks darker, but I don't know. We'll go with it. See what happens. It's okay. Yeah, that looks good. Oops, kind of went over that one, but it's alright. losing a little bit of our highlight color over here, but I think that's okay since this is where the shadows are gonna be. We don't need to, it's not as big of a deal, I suppose. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna jump ahead to this color right here, which might be, oh no, that's good. I was like, I'm nervous this one's gonna be too dark, but I think it actually is working out really well. Okay, I think that's good. The highlights are a bit strong, but you know, it's alright. Probably fix it. Okay, yeah, this is definitely helping bring some of the texture back. And then I think I'm gonna do gold rim at the bottom of the barrel. That's very bright, it's like neon. This looks like the most golden gold that I have, so we're gonna try it. It's pretty good. And then I think, I wonder if this is like a light brownish gold. This could be a good shadow. Yeah, that's good. Let's do the cold rim. I don't want to make it purely black. I don't want to make it gray either, so we'll see. Let's go with this. Color in these bits at the bottom. I believe these are handles, so let's get those as well. I'm not sure how I'm gonna color this yet exactly, because it's supposed to be almost well, I suppose it is supposed to be transparent, but I'm not too sure yet how I'm gonna go about that. Not sure how this is gonna look now that I started doing this, because I realized it's gonna have to switch direction to blend. Oh boy. I am sorry for my sins. Oh no, 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 no. It's okay. Stick with me through this process. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it look alright. I am. Bear with me. Try to blend it a little bit better. Oh boy. Okay, it's not too terrible, but it's definitely not what I was going for. Oh no. It's okay. It's gonna be alright. Let's try to get another darker color in there. Maybe that will help. Don't want to go straight to black though. Something. Maybe I do like this purplish gray. Oh yeah, that's pretty dark. It's not black either, so maybe that will help. Let's go like this. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna go back to this gray. Try to blend this a little bit too. Man, this cauldron is looking a little rough, guys. I don't know. To bring this gray down a little bit more. Make it not so bright at the bottom. Okay. Okay. I don't hate it. It's not terrible. I think we'll go with that. It's better than it was. And then I'll try to put some highlight back in. Make it feel a little better. Okay. Okay. How are we thinking? How are we feeling about that? I think it looks decent. this back in the box. Go in with that darker gray again. Almost black. Then I'm gonna take this lighter gray again too. Kind of darken the center up a little bit, just so it doesn't look like a white ring around the bottom. Take the highlighter, add some highlights to it. Perfect. I think I'm gonna do these logs next. Take a light brown. Okay. Then let's do this one. No, actually, but yeah, I'll do this one. It's kind of like a reddish brown, and I feel like that would look nice next to the fire. Try to layer this one a little thicker than other colors, just so it stands out more. Okay, I think that turned out pretty good. And then if I take darker brown, get little tiny areas, that might help as well. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, and then the fire. I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know how well it's gonna turn out. I'm gonna give it my best. I don't know how well these markers blend. As far as like with other colors, because sometimes their own colors but different shades don't blend that well, so I don't know how much hope I have for these to blend with different colors. Okay, there's orange. blend it as best as I can, but yeah, it's not doing that great, which is okay. It's not the end of the world, but it's just not as satisfying. I mean, it's blending a little bit actually. It's definitely better than it was. Don't know if it's gonna ruin the tip of my marker. Then I'll keep this orange out because I'll probably want to blend. Let's get this red. If it does, feel free to ridicule me in the comments. Maybe I'll just highlight the rest of them while I have this out. Missed one. Let's go in with the darker orange. Get around these little spots. Awesome. broom. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we'll get these pumpkins over here as well. I apologize if my hand is in the way. Trying to situate it to where you can see. So I apologize if I want to be able to reach it still. Now we're getting into an area where it might be hard to tell where the highlight is, so I'm trying to layer it on, but not too thick to where it looks muddy. But I think that worked. I think that worked decently well. I'll go with this like maroon red. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of like that. It's not too overpoweringly dark. But dark enough to where I don't have to layer it. And you can tell that there's a shadow there. Yeah. Okay. I might do this in like these cutout areas here as well. And then I don't think I want it to look like there's a light inside of them, even though they're jack-o'-lanterns. I think I'm gonna make them dark inside. Or maybe I do a dark brown. That could be it, look. Not like black, but dark brown. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference. But this is supposed to be a dark brown, not black. Oh boy, it's getting a little tricky. It's okay. It's nothing we can't handle. It's got a nice highlight on it from the fire. Not the pumpkin, the barrel's main color. Squeeze this in here, down at the bottom. And then we'll go in with one more darker shade of brown. Okay, and then the gold bands. We'll this for the highlight. This for the main color. And then let's go with this for the shadow. Okay, for the background, I kind of want a mossy color for like the grass. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. Start with this for a highlight. Even though it's not moss, I think it will blend well with the mossy green. Oh, I think this is part of her dress back here. Okay, we'll do that in a second. I got that from right here. Okay, for her dress and the area I missed, it's in the back, so I think I want to go with this for the lace. And then okay, right here, I think I want to do that color as well, just so you can, like, you know it's the dress. However, I think from there, I'm actually going to blend it with black. Or transition it to black, whichever terminology you prefer. Try not to bleed into her leg. I still want you to be able to tell that there's a heel here, so I'm trying to get it as dark as I can. So it stands out. There we go. There we go. That looks better. That makes more sense too, with the dress. Oh boy. Alrighty. And then, okay. Let's go into the mossy greens. I think this might be what I'm wanting. Yes, definitely. For sure. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's gonna be like whatever stone she's sitting on. So I'm gonna leave that alone and just color that in. Might go over it twice just to make it blend better. Since these aren't like alcohol-based markers, they have a tendency to look a little blotchy at some points, but oh well, what are you gonna do? I hope this isn't too dark. I'm nervous about that actually. I might go one lighter. I hope this isn't too dark. Want to add some more depth. Oh, it's not too bad. It's a little more vibrant of a green than what I was initially hoping for, but that's okay. It's alright. We don't have a lot of grass. contrast going on in this picture, so I think it's okay if it's a little more vibrant than what I was wanting. I want this to be green. My issue is I don't know how to go about that. I'm thinking, okay, here's my idea. This back here, this is like a grayish green, so I think this would go good with the pot, or not the pot, the cauldron. And then I have a slightly darker one. It leans more. Oh, wait. Actually, I have this. Oh, this might work. Yeah, that's. Well, it's a little more blue, but that's okay. It's working for the majority how I want it to work. Okay, we'll go with that. And then I want like all this to be green. So I don't know exactly. Okay, I think this is gonna be the lightest, so I'm gonna go in with this because I want it to be like almost transparent as well. I'm not positive how to do that, but you know, we're gonna go for it and see what happens. I think that's good. So then from there, where do we go? Because I have like a stony green, but I'm nervous that's gonna be a little too dark for my liking. So I'm wondering if we just go more like neon. I have this like neonish yellow green, like neon lime. That's kind of interesting. Might do some of this. Don't want too much open space because I don't know how dark I'm gonna be able to get without it looking weird. Okay. I think this is gonna be the darkest I want to go. Oh man, okay, well, good thing I'm not going darker than this. Because this is like getting to the point of how dark I didn't want it to get. But I think it's okay if it's the darkest. I think it'll make up for it on its own. Also don't really have a rhyme or a reason as to why these colors are going where they are. Just kind of doing whatever I feel like would look good. How's this? I think it's good enough. I think it's as good as it's gonna get. really bummed that this marker isn't working how I want it to. Wonder if I have a better one. Oh yeah, this one's working pretty good. I kinda like that. I think that looks nice. Okay, cool. We'll go with that. For the ground, I think I might just do like a stone color. Maybe I'll add some moss to it here and there. I don't know. Let's go. Let's see, I want the highlights. Okay, I think that would be good for the highlights. And then the rest, let's do like this color. Like a stony blue color, I guess you could say. Get back here as well. Okay, I want to add some moss here and there. I'm not sure what color this is gonna turn out. Oh, that's just like a darker gray. I'm sure I could get it to turn into a moss though. Not sure what color I should use to layer on top of it to make it more moss-like. Let's see what I have. I don't want to make it too dark. Well, I guess I can't really make it lighter, so I might have to make it darker. I have this. Can you guys tell that's moss? Sure, I have another mossy color I can layer into it. I just don't want to put too much ink down. How about that? Does that look like moss? Oh well, it doesn't look like moss. Not a big deal. It's okay. I think I'm gonna do the trees in the background. So I'm gonna take this. I want them to be dark though. So I'm gonna take this as a highlighter. Do this side first, and then we'll go up there. Awesome. I think I'm gonna trade that for a darker green though for the bushes, so I don't have to lay so much ink down. Trying to be extra careful and focused so I don't go outside the lines here. I highly recommend these super tips. They work very well for fine detail. If you're looking for markers, Crayola super tips. Very good. Almost done. Probably add a little bit to these trees too. Separate them a little bit better. I wonder if this could layer more to add more depth. I think that looks good. And then for the trees, thinking this. Alright, then if I can get it back in the box, grab this color, the main color. Sorry if I'm not talking as much as I was. I'm starting to get a little tired from this. Just not good. I have studying to do after this. I'm gonna have to drink a Monster or something to stay awake. I gotta keep going. Got 2 exams next week. I've done some studying for them already, but not enough to be prepared. So I gotta do some more studying after this. Never colored, actually, no. such a lie. I was gonna say I've never colored a moon before, so I don't know how to color this. I've painted a moon before. I just don't remember exactly what it looked like. So I'm not sure how to color the moon. Okay, this might ruin it, but I'm gonna go in with a darker color. Does it still look like a moon? Did I ruin the moon? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know. I'll go back in with a lighter color and add some more dots as well. You guys would tell me if I ruined the moon, right? I'm not sure if this looks good. Kinda want a dark blue. I think I'm gonna do this for the lightest color. Around the moon. Okay. And then, let's see here. I think the next darkest would be this one. And then I'm gonna make that one a little thicker than what I have for the small one. I think the trickiest part is gonna be keeping the shape of the circle throughout. Okay, I think like this. Yeah, that looks right. And then I'll probably go back in with that lighter shade and try to blend it a little bit. I kind of like the dark skies that I've been doing recently. Normally, I wouldn't do that. I like light. I do lighter color skies unless it's nighttime, which, I guess this picture is during the night. But I feel like the darker colored skies make the picture more vibrant, almost more lively. Because even the one I did with the gnome while he was fishing, I did a dark sky, and I thought, I didn't want to, I was going to do a light sky, but I wanted it to stand out from the water, so I did a dark sky, and I thought it was going to look like it was storming, but it didn't. It just looked like a day. Or at least to me, it just looked like the daytime still. I'm not sure what it looked like to you guys, but it gave a different vibe than what I was expecting. And honestly, I didn't mind it at all. Spider here. How about that? It's not dumb. Alright. I think we're done. I like it. I think it looks good. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. Here it is, close up. I like it. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you found it very relaxing.